Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary. In this video, we're going to be going over Nautilus mid lane, building him full AP, and going for this kind of one-shot build while also being able to roam around. This video is actually me commentating over it because I did fully record it. Here's the runes real fast. Dark Harvest to Snowball. We have the Treasure Hunter to make it so we can continue getting gold if we do snowball, and we also have water walking to make it so we can run through river in case we can't kill mid lane the Lissandra. But I fully recorded this game, and for some reason my OBS settings were off. I didn't touch it at all, so I don't know why it was off, but it made it so my voice did not record at all. So it's just a full game of me not talking, and actually my cam's over my cam. If I removed my cam, you would literally just see me talking, but there's no sound. But yeah, let's get into it. We can just go over what I'm trying to look for. During the early game, because we're playing melee versus ranged, I decided to go for a nice fishy hook on her. And I know Nautilus hooks are complete BS, right? I threw it right next to the creep, making it so it just barely went around it and just barely clipped her. And that was a pretty decent trade. You can see how thick and girthy the Nautilus hook is, which is the reason why it's so BS is because of that. Because a champion is kind of like... in the minions, the hitboxes are all circles. So basically, if you hit the Lissandra's edge of her circle, when she's standing next to a creep, the Nautilus hook will kind of like magnet onto it. That's why it like looks BS. That's how it works. But during the early game, I'm kind of nervous about stepping up for creeps. I don't want to go for too many of these. By the way, this is a normal game. We're playing versus silver and gold mix players. So they are silver and gold players. But during the early game, I can't really do too much versus Lissandra. If I step up, I will just get out-traded, and I know that. So I'm just going to be playing kind of far back and just CSing when I can whenever she uses her Q cooldown. Every single champion has a main ability that you normally have to dodge. With Lissandra, it's her Q. So I'm just paying attention to whenever it's down, and that's the timing that I decide to step up and go for these creeps. Because, If I stepped up for a lot of those creeps during the early game, you see I have 13 out of 19 creeps, it would be kind of bad. But now that I have level 3, I have my full kit available, I decided to go for a little bit of a punish. And you see how she just used her E? So just jump on her, auto attack, reset with my W, and then just auto attacking her down because she's not proccing my shield. How Nautilus shield works is it does a little bit of bonus damage. Oh wait, before I go over that, I see Lee Sin's here, and I'm actually okay with him trading on me, because I know I could actually win this. And Lissandra goes underneath tower, flashing, to snare me. But the thing is that when she dies like that, or when she does that, my auto attack, which snares under tower, made her stuck. I let this guy also jump on me, because I knew I would have enough damage to kill him, so I intentionally put myself in front of him, letting him Q on top of me, because I knew I could probably kill. But I did do kind of a mistake there. Nautilus hook... and Lee Sin Q, when he hit me with that Q, he followed it up, and you can actually cancel that Q, right? With the Nautilus hook, but I was too slow, so it did hit me, and I almost died. But the idea was correct, right? I knew that because I was level 4, and he's level 3, his Q's not probably going to kill me, and my hook is going to hurt really bad, because that's what I'm maxing first, and it has really good AP ratio and good base damage, so I was okay with him jumping on me there. I'm going to go for Night Harvester this game, rather than like a Ludens or something, because I feel like those items actually deal more damage than the mana items, and I will just play around my mana cooldowns, or mana problems well. So, trying to help out, make sure my teammates get the Scuttle Crab. Our jungler is really, really, really far ahead now, because the Lee Sin came mid, wasted time, got double Scuttle, died, I got red buff. So my jungler has 32 creeps to his 20. So you can see, it's insane, right? So my jungler was going to be very strong. I tried to fish for a Q in between the creeps, but it didn't really work out. But all we're going to be doing is basically over and over again fishing for this Q, because if we land any of them, it's going to deal a lot of damage. And we're pretty safe too. I mean, if we get ganked, we can always Q away onto a wall. But anyways, back to onto what the W does. The W is an auto attack reset. So what you can do is you can auto attack, press W, and then immediately auto attack again. And then W also gives a little tiny bit of on hit damage slowly. I am going to reach level 6 soon. I'm always paying attention to my experience, so you see how I just reached 6 here, and I fished for a hook. I was actually interested in just immediately all-inning, because I know I will deal a lot. But you see he comes mid. I deal a lot of damage here, start backing away. He continues going forward, so I decided to go for just finishing him off, because he's doing a kind of aggressive. Maybe he's tilted, possibly. I'm not really sure. But he went super deep there and used his W, so he doesn't have a shield. And the shield isn't that big, but I still want to do as much as I can because I didn't have Ignite available. And this is a post-durability update. AP Nautilus definitely was better pre-durability because you would be able to one-shot everybody a bit easier. And then post-durability, everybody's a little bit tankier, so it's a bit harder to pull it off. But I knew that level 4 versus level 6, we can probably just go for him. We deal enough damage. And now we can snowball out of control. So I go for, I'm pretty sure, a Dark Seal, right? Because I do want to snowball, and I do get a Mejai's eventually. Yeah, I sell my potion, even though I was only 8 gold off and could have waited for it, because I'm that confident, I guess. I have every kill in the game so far, so we're definitely doing well. And, yeah. So, very early in the game, if you remember the level 4 trade versus Lissandra, I kept on auto-attacking her down in lane, because what she did was she didn't proc my shield, so every single auto attack was reapplying that damage over time. See how it deals 34 damage 2 times? So during the early game versus Lissandra, when I was level 3 and I stepped up and started trading versus her, as she was running away, she didn't proc the shield. I'm gonna steal the Scuttle Crab away from the Lee Sin. Lee Sin's having a terrible time, probably. So I'm just gonna start, once again, auto-attacking as long as I have the shield. As soon as the shield expires, I'm out, because then it's just basic auto-attack damage. Now, I see him immediately rotate to his Raptors, and I see my ultimates coming up in like 5 seconds. So I'm like, okay, I might be able to one-shot him. I have Ignite available, and he's doing these. So I turn the corner right when my ultimate's up, pop it, use E, auto-attack. I do auto-attack to snare, W auto-attack reset, and then Q E to keep him snared in place. So your auto attack on any target, your first auto attack has a snare on it, which is why it puts that little circle underneath the minions, as you see. And it deals a little bit of bonus damage. Very small amount. But it's mostly for the snare. So I snared him after the ultimate, and then because he's snared, he can't dodge my Q, which is going to hit really damn hard, and just throw everything on him and kill him. So, pretty good kill. Understanding where he's going, knowing my damage. Now, if I did not have Ignite, I might have not went for that, because as you saw, it was actually pretty close. And also, that proves my point about, like, post-durability, it's a lot harder. Everybody, post-durability, basically got around 100 to 200 effective HP. Also, I thought the Lissandra was going to jump on my cane there. I think if she did, she could have killed him. She should jump with the Claw and immediately use Snare on my cane, and then ulti before he can go inside of her with his ultimate, and he could probably die to the list there. I think that she should have attempted it. Just gonna fish. I got really scared here. If she immediately ultis me, I will be stuck underneath tower, so I was pretty happy that she didn't go for that. Right here, I step up, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can't catch her, but then she steps back up into me, and I hook her. Kind of important as well, I did use my hook not near the tower, so as long as it didn't hit her, that it wouldn't pull me underneath, which is kind of why my mouse is over there, because I was explaining that. I had to be a bit careful about... If she stepped back up for a reason, which is probably she wanted to ultimate herself as my hook was going to bait me in. That was her plan. It obviously didn't work. I'm going to let this guy jump on me because I know I can one-shot him. But once again, I make the mistake of letting his Q land on me. So, I kind of messed up. I knew I had enough damage to finish him off because I'm really fed. I'm super fed, right? So, I know I can one-shot basically anybody from half HP, and that's where he was about. But how I messed up was, what I was supposed to do was use my Q as he's mid-Sonic Wave to make it so it cancels the damage and doesn't hit me. But what actually happened was, when he did it, I did it too late, and it still hit me, and as you saw, I almost died. So I did have a plan, but I failed it and almost died for it. But I was trying to use the hook to cancel his dash, because you can do that. but I was just too slow. And it wasn't even a reactionary thing, I just did it too late. You should use your hook as soon as Lee Sin throws the first Q, because theoretically, he will always throw the second one immediately since I'm low. But, yeah, so far, doing pretty good. We have literally every single kill in the game. I was thinking about maybe going for Poppy here, because it looks like they're fighting pretty hard, as you see. And I was worried that the Lee Sin might be rotating top, because normally if top lanes are fighting like this, it's like, wait a second. Why are they fighting like this? Normally there's a reason behind it, so like maybe the jungler is nearby, but he wasn't. Just gonna use my Q to get back mid lane. I do have blue buff, so I don't really have many mana issues right now, so I can kind of spam it however much I want. And we're just gonna wait for my ultimate. All I need is my ultimate to be back up, and then we can just go for any play. Oh, I tried hooking around the minion, but it didn't work. Any hook on this person should probably one-shot. Right here, hook, back away. Okay, so I didn't immediately just burn everything. I probably could have, maybe to ulti her, or to kill her. But I was scared every single time, because I am pulling myself underneath tower, and I am a little bit nervous about her immediately burning W and then ultimate to kill me. But she is pretty low mana, as you see. So right here, I burn everything, burn ultimate. She ultimates herself to block it. I look for one more Q, and I just barely clip her as she tries to run underneath tower to save herself. And I'm lucky that that hit. Honestly, I might have, if that missed, pulled myself underneath tower and just died. So I was very lucky that that just barely clipped her to get her. I was really scared of Lee Sin killing me, so I decided to give up the platings. Just didn't even care that the rift was crashing underneath tower here. It's just like, I don't want to give my 1,000 gold bounty and lose my Dark Harvest stacks too. Dark Harvest stacks? My Dark Seal. Different dark, I guess. Yeah, my Dark Seal stacks. I don't want to lose them. I decided to go for a proto build, but then I realized that it's a different build path than what I bought. So I was like, oh crap. I guess I'm gonna go for the Night Harvester instead. Because I obviously have already ruined the build path. So I'm like, oh, whatever. I mean, I'm sure it's still good. You can see that she only has 39 magic resist. So, I mean, the low magic resist means that I can still kill her very easily with this. They have a pretty squishy team comp except for the Poppy. The Lee Sin did build Merc Treads, so that kind of matters a little bit. Does make him... A little bit of magic resist goes a long ways. The Poppy build Plated Steel Caps, I just hovered over that. That's really bad. We do have Nautilus, Varus, and Morgana. That's a lot of crowd control, so it'd probably be better to go for a Merc Tread game than a Tabi game. I saw that Kayn was fighting this guy, so I was like, oh, okay, maybe I can help him out, because you see how he's trying to run over to, like, wait for me to arrive, so I was worried. I also looked at Yuumi mana, see how low it is? She has literally none, so she actually can't heal this guy. Normally I actually don't even look at Yuumi mana, because sometimes it's kind of hard to think about that in the middle of the moment, but at that time I was looking at it, and you should too. I mean, if Yuumi has no mana, she's not a champion. The issue with Yuumi being on top of a champion is that she has a very low cooldown heal, and it heals for a lot. So you have to be careful about that. Now, I do have enough for Mejai's here, so I just want to base. Although I saw Sivir was going to step up for that pink ward to clear it, so I decided to loop on her. And I have my teammate here as well, so surprised her. Hey, I'm here. My teammate gets the kill. I don't really mind. I already have 8 kills. I don't need any more. And now we can just go for our Mejai's here, because we have 10 stack of it, so now we can start stacking it really fast. Now, what I also do after this is I start going for an immediate Deathcap. And I also buy a sweeper as well, because if we sweep and sit him inside of a brush, we can definitely pick somebody very easily. Unfortunately, this guy's dead because she's just going to get CC'd over and over again. Lissandra ultied, slammed against the wall by Poppy. Poor guy. But the reason why I'm going to go for an immediate Deathcap is that Deathcap has a passive that makes it so the more AP you have... We see Lee Sin's also rotating down bot side, right? So I'm actually trying to pick him off, and I thought that maybe he was waiting inside that brush, but it turns out he was really just hard rotating for my team, so I decided to help him out. Our Varus went for a super cool strategy where he just leaves the game, but it baits everybody in for me, so it was a super unique play by Varus to make it so I could just go for these guys. I had tried to land hook and miss it, but she keeps on stepping up, so I'd continue looking, but then I'd find out that we're actually playing versus Faker, so there's really no way to land a spill on her. So I go for an E, ignite that guy, auto attack, flash out because I got scared. I got super scared that, I don't know, I guess I was going to get CC'd. It looks like I would have been fine no matter what, now that like I'm looking at it from not actually being inside of the game. But we saw Yumi rotating back down. I was like, alright, you know, gotta help the lost cat. She dies in one hit. Everybody dies in one hit. And now we have 22 stacks on our Mejais. Now, how Deathcap works is you gain more AP the more AP you have, because it just increases your AP by like 35% or something. So that makes it so it is very bad as a second item. Because if you only have 2 items, you don't have that much AP, so then Deathcap doesn't really... It's very expensive, but also it's not going to give you more AP because you don't have that much AP in the first place. But the thing is, Mejai's, right now, I just hovered over it, the 22 stacks gives me 110 AP, and then Mejai's gives like 10. So the total item value right now is 120 AP, which is more than like basically any AP item in the game. So the Mejai's itself is my second item, theoretically. So if I did not have Mejai's this game, I would probably go for a Shadow Flame or something instead, because Deathcap just doesn't really do that much unless you have... It's a decent third item. So the Mejai's is my third item because of how many stacks we have on it, and that makes it actually somewhat useful. Right here, I'm actually kind of scared about clearing this ward because even though I am really fed, I still am definitely killable because we're not a tank, right? We are full AP. So I was a little bit scared about maybe getting collapsed on by Liss and Lee Sin, and they just burn all their cooldowns to crowd control me down. Right here, hit her, back away, auto attack Q. I looked for an ultimate to see if she would do it fast enough, and honestly I was shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't think it would just kill her like that. I thought that maybe it would get her low, and then she would ultimate herself, and then I would follow up and kill her after she ulties herself. But it killed her because the minions finished her off. I don't even think that it killed her immediately, but she was CC'd in the air, and then the minions finished her off for me, so MVP to the minions there. I saw a fight was going on, but I think that nothing really happens. I'm not able to rotate, right? Oh, maybe I still can. Yep, let me just miss my Q. You're welcome, team. I'll head back mid lane, no problem. A little bit of moral support for my team there. Now, what shocked me about playing AP Nautilus as well is see how low cooldown my ultimate is as well. That's not with Ultimate Hunter, because we have the Treasure Hunter instead. So, to me, it was super shocking, because I was like, wow, it's on like a 60-second cooldown, which is only 1 minute. Why did I say that? And that's good. Okay, I saw my teammate was fighting here, so I was going to base for another Needless, but I was like, oh, okay, I mean, since they're still here and fighting, might as well rotate through river, because we do have that water walking. See how fast we run through river, so we can just make it down to the Sivir in time? But my support managed to actually 1v1, so well played to her. I saw that maybe we can also go for Lissandra here, because Varus was stepping up, but then, the minions were in the way, so I couldn't look for a hook, and I don't want to ultimate, because she'll probably just ulti herself, so I was like, ah, whatever. So I went from maybe buying a Needless to just walking around and looking for stuff, and then I was like, I think I stay on the map until I finish my item now, because there's no reason for me to base. Because I'm so close to it, I think I need 400 gold right now, so just 1 kill would give me enough. I see Lee Sin is walking around, so I don't want to have him see me, so I'm trying to stay at the edge of vision. And then I wait for somebody to face check. Yeah, and then we just immediately blow everything. Get her. That was with the W thing. Right here, I'm waiting for Lee Sin to press W before using my Q, but then he just doesn't, so I'm like, oh crap. I might as well just like try to fish for it to see if I can get it. And now we have enough for our Deathcap. So now I'm super happy about this. We stayed on the map for our next item. And this is going to increase my AP by a lot. So 379 to 589. So that was 210 AP there from just buying this item. So now my ultimate deals 750, my Q hits for 750, so 1500 damage on those two abilities. How AP Nautilus functions is just throughout Q, throughout ultimate, if both land, that's basically your one-shot thing. That your E is there and your W is there, but those are not as important. Every single ability or champion has their, like, quote, functionality. Kind of like if you play Lee Sin, your functionality is normally jump in, Gore Drinker, and heal, and then look for... I'm super scared here. Flash over the wall. You see how he tried to insect me backwards? But Lee Sin is an insect functionality inside of Teamfights. He wants to get behind your team, ward hop, and throw somebody into your team. Kane wants to throw out W's over and over again until one lands, and then go for kills. My team caught out the Lee Sin again, so... He was having a terrible game, sadly. Like, everybody was able to one-shot him because he was so far behind. Right here, I saw the Poppy. I was like, wait a second. She has a Sunfire cape. Can I 1v1 her? Because I am a burst champion. But my E does have a 3.5 second cooldown, so that is kind of spammable. And I sometimes have a bad idea at grasping how much damage I deal to tankier targets. I eventually do hover over her, and I see she has about 100 MR. So it's not too bad, right? But I don't have any pen besides my Sork Boots, but I decided to go for it. Why not? Let's just see how much damage we can deal, and if anything, we can gauge how much damage I deal. So I saw that I did nothing, so I ran away. But then, as the fight continued, I noticed that my damage was starting to stick kind of hard. Right there, my Q hit for 450. So what I tried to do was, I hit her with ultimate, and then that makes it so she can't E, so go on top of her, ignite her, hitting her with my passive of my W there, and actually finish her off. So it actually worked pretty well. I was actually pretty surprised at how much damage I deal, and I'm glad that I took the risk of, like, fighting somebody to just gauge how much damage I can actually deal versus tanks. Because I have a bad habit of, whenever I play versus Zoe or something, if I see a Poppy side lane or a Malphite side lane or whatever, I don't even want to fight them. Because I know that, theoretically, it just takes too many spell rotations to kill them. If I'm playing Victor or something, it's different. That's a mage or a Syndra. But when you're playing something that's burst with not low cooldowns or needs long range, it just feels worse to do. I'm gonna catch top wave here because it's always good to catch the wave and shove it out. I'm almost level 16, and that's gonna be pretty damn big because it makes my ultimate go on a like 47-second cooldown, which is just 47-second cooldown on a game-changing ultimate that deals undodgeable amounts of damage versus champions that aren't Sivir and aren't Lissandra, who both have a spell shield or a ultimate on themselves that put them into a stasis. So I'm like, all right, cool. Right here, I noticed that Sivir is actually Zeri, and she's impossible to catch. I'm like, all right, what is this? She's so speedy. It was literally like she's a Zeri. I'm like, okay, well, I guess we're not going for that guy anymore because that's uncatchable. Right here, I don't want to go in immediately because I'm honestly a bit worried about just not having enough damage for all of them. So I kind of just wait around until Lissandra steps up, and then I'm like, all right, maybe I can just one-shot her. Plus Lee Sin is gone. And then I back away again, and I'm like, you know what? I trust my teammate, Mari Morgana, to keep me safe here. So I'm going to continue stepping up. Because she still has Black Shield, so the Kane was able to finish that guy off. Pretty good so far. Yeah, we have 15 kills. We are at a huge amount of being fed. Normally, you're not this fed inside of games. I would say that normally, like, you're like 7-0. 7-0 is pretty fed. Like, this is why it's like a once in a blue moon game, because normally people FF at this point because it's 28-10. So I was kind of shocked. Also, your depth charge, your ultimate, also increases the stun duration. So it goes from 1.5 to 2 seconds. Level 1 is 1 second. So also, people will just be stunned for longer, which is really nice. I tried seeing if I could maybe catch Sivir here by looping on her, but I don't remember if it works. I think it doesn't. She's just too fast. I also miss a wall, because the only thing I can land hooks on is, for some reason, champions. I cannot land hooks on walls. I don't know why. I see Poppy's fighting, so let's rotate over, try to help. I think she might just die to Kayn before I even get there. I don't remember. Oh, never mind. My team gives me the kill. Thank you. Thank you, team. And now the dragon's up, so we should just finish that. If anybody steps up, we can just immediately engage on them. The only thing we need to be wary about is using ultimate on Sivir or ultimate on the Lissandra before they use their own ultimate. Right there, we did use it, but that's because we CC'd her with my hook. Right here, I was gonna go for the Sivir, but she has Gale Force, and I'm like, what? What kind of Sivir goes Gale Force? I was so shocked that she had that. I was so disappointed. Right here, fish for another hook. I was hoping that one of these would land, because I think that I could kill her with just hook, auto attack, E ignite, but I just keep on missing, so I wasn't able to catch her, sadly. I also have Void Staff and base, so that's gonna just increase our damage even further, especially versus the Lee Sin who has Maw. Right there, she finally spell shields, so I do land a hook finally, but it just doesn't do anything. 55 seconds on my ultimate, and it goes even lower too. It goes down to like 47 once I finish my next items. Actually, why does it go lower? Okay, maybe it's only 50. Maybe it's blue buff that made it lower. Maybe I had blue buff at the time. So yeah, we're gonna go for a Void Staff next because I want to make it so I can actually kill the Lee Sin. Because he does have a Maw. Okay, he does. Oh no, he just bought it. Okay, we just saw it inside the when I pressed tab there. So, also, I swear, watching this gameplay, it feels as though my gameplay is just the smallest amount of, like, not perfect FPS. I don't know if you guys watch other League YouTubers, but if you do, and you have any ideas, if you think that my gameplay doesn't look as smooth as others, maybe there's something that I need to change. Maybe it is smooth and I just am seeing things. I'm not really sure. But I see Lissandra's bot, so I wanted to go for her. But there's these creeps in the way, and I'm like, oh no. I can't get around the creeps, and I can't just ulti her straight up. I mean, I could. What she did there was smart. You saw how she walked downwards towards her minions, so then if I tried to hook her, I would have to go through the creeps, rather than run away with her hook. So that was pretty smart there. I think Camille dies here. I sit around this wall, and I try to make it so the creeps don't see me. So if she steps up here, we can go for her. But she actually walks up like topside. I have to wait for her to go for the creep wave, so that's what I'm waiting on. That's how I'm going to pick her. But she won't step up at the moment. And I think Kayn just one-shots her. Oh, wait, no. I'm here. Never mind. 1,000 damage on my hook. Sivir's here. Catching the Sivir is hard, but we're going to try it. She pops her ghost. I'm trying to loop around. I don't want to just immediately ulti because she still has spell shield. So I'm like trying to land a hook first. Otherwise we can't do anything. I tried to loop around because I thought she was going to run away, but she actually goes for like trying to kite us. So I'm like, all right, I'm interested too. See how she spell shields here? So I actually use it right at the end. So when her spell shield expires, it perfectly hits. I will go for the Yuumi. She has no boots. And I am full HP, so I'm completely fine just walking underneath tower. Nobody's going to kill me. If I hit anything on her, she just will immediately die, and she's slow because she has no boots because she's a Yuumi. And then now, we can just push out this wave. We're pretty low HP, so I think we just base, or we maybe just go for blue buff. Yeah, we just base. The next item could either be Horizon Focus or Shadow Flame. What's nice about Horizon Focus, even though it's not a very good item, is that it does give 10% more damage. So if something hits hard, it's going to hit even harder. If something hits for 1k, 100 bonus damage on top of that. But normally when you do damage tests with Shadow Flame, it always outpaces, even though that is true. So I just go for Shadow Flame anyways. You can see my ultimate now deals 1,050 HP. So yeah, the ultimate definitely during the early game is kind of meh. Like, it only deals like I think 150 base. So when you're not strong, like at level 6, when you only have like a Doran's Ring and maybe one more item, it only hits for like 200, which is not that crazy. But during the late game, the AP ratio makes it so it can hit really, really, really hard. I try to, I think, catch these guys on rotation, see how they're like rotating in between this. I go for the Poppy, but I'm like, actually, never mind. So I go for Lissandra instead, but then she backs away. My team's just doing the Dragon, or the Baron, I mean. So I'm just going to shove out this wave because I know that they don't need me because they just kill everybody. So might as well spend my efforts doing something else because that's going to generate more gold for the entire team. I don't have anything to do right now, so I'm just walking over. I already pushed out the mid wave, and the mid wave isn't there yet. There's no, like, available minion or monsters to get. I guess there's, like, top golems of anything. I can just clear out a ward. I don't have enough money for my item either. I think I need, like, another, like, 1,000 gold. So, pretty far away still. I see Camille's getting collapsed on top, so I started rotating over to help with this fight that might break out. Because it's always nice when a fight breaks out and then you're the second person there being a carry. Because normally they're spending all of their important cooldowns at CCU onto your teammate, and then you can follow it up. So what I want to do is go for the Lee Sin. I just ulti him, and then I go for Liss because she's here. The Lee Sin just dies. I don't even know what happened to him because he did have a Maw. And then the Lissandra also dies because just a Q deals so much damage. I unfortunately clipped the minion there, so I wasn't able to go for the Poppy. Right here, when we dive underneath tower, notice that my Q can still land on Poppy even though she used her W to stop the dash. And I thought they would FF now, but they actually don't, which I was happy about because I wanted to like be full build, right? We're not actually completely done yet. We have one more item to go. But anyways, what I was saying about the Poppy, your hook still lands, but it won't fully pull you to her, but it still deals the damage. So using it there was fine because we're just dealing a lot. And you can see we're at 937 AP, plus we got Elder. So what I was really excited about at this point was getting into the team and just pressing E, and hopefully my teammates all die. And because my teammates all die, then I'll be able to kill everybody afterwards, because I just want to go into them, press my E, and it just, you know, bop, bop, bop. It does the, like, 3 rings, and it hits everybody with Elder and deals a lot of damage with my, also, Night Harvester, which is the AoE version. So I was hoping my Morgana would die here. So I just immediately flash over the wall and just go for it. I'm like, alright, let's go. I use my ultimate on Sivir, so you see it's just chasing her down, kills her with Elder as well. That's 2 kills. And then I decide to keep going, because I'm like, you know what, I just wanted to go for a Penta here maybe. You see how much damage I deal to Poppy, get her with that. This person will die in 1 hit. So that's a Quadra, although like it was 2 delayed, so it's a double kill. And then all I need to do is just land hook, and I miss. Very sad. 1 more try, lands it, I die, but I kill her, so that's basically a late Penta, I guess. It didn't give me enough time to actually get the Penta kill, but I did kill everybody there. So yeah, that's the game that, unfortunately, that I tried commentating. My OBS messed up, so hopefully it was enjoyable for you guys to watch, and if you did enjoy it, you know, give a like, leave a comment, let me know about other champions you might want to see, and yeah. Thanks for watching, though, and I hope that you enjoyed it being a different style of commentary. I do enjoy the full game commentaries more than doing a review style, but hopefully you still enjoyed it nonetheless. And of course, we're going to look at the damage chart at the very end and stuff. And yeah, also, if you watch my videos often, you made it this far, feel free to subscribe if you really want to. You can always unsubscribe if you ever get bored of my content, so really, there's no loss, really. In fact, I think that when you get, like, a YouTube manager when you have like a certain number of subs, and they just tell you some stuff if you ask questions. And he said that subscribing like barely affects your homepage. It's more so affects on what you're watching. So subscriptions don't really do that much. But yeah, thanks again. Hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.